So one of the biggest questions out there after the release of Deadpool and Wolverine is, will this franchise, will Deadpool and Wolverine save the MCU? Well, the answer is very simple. The answer is no. And here's why. Let's get into the video. What is up, guys? It's your boy Hercules, and we are back with another video. So yeah, the question is, will Deadpool and Wolverine save the MCU? And to be honest with you, it will not save the MCU at all. And here's why. So the multiverse is, let's be very honest, it's been absolutely a horrendous job. It started off stupid, and then they kind of got something kind of okay with the whole Spider-Man No Way Home, and then Doctor Strange, and then everything else that came after that was just absolutely horrendous. So to me, the multiverse just makes absolutely no sense. Even the multiverse that they tried to give us from Deadpool and Wolverine makes absolutely no sense. And I think a lot of people do not like the TVA. So yeah, I think they got their hands full with the TVA, and they're gonna try to push them more and more and more, but people are just rejecting them more and more and more. Second, after Deadpool and Wolverine, do you know what comes next, guys? Do you know? Well, if you don't know, let me give you some indication of what's coming next. And that is Agatha Harkness. That is right. After the release of Deadpool and Wolverine, what's next? Agatha Harkness, a Disney D+ show that a lot of people don't want it. A lot of people don't care about it. A lot of people hate that character, and they're not interested in that character. Yeah, that's next. After that, it's Captain America Brave New World, which looks absolutely horrendous. Sure, you could cut a okay trailer, but everybody knows what's been going on behind the camera. So yeah, those are not good signs for what's coming up after Deadpool and Wolverine. Agatha Harkness and Captain America, or I guess you could say Black Falcon, Brave New World. Number 4. This is one that is hilarious. Kang the Conqueror being erased from the MCU. Now, we all know what happened with Jonathan Majors, but to me, the way I look at it is, if you introduce a villain like Kang the Conqueror and you absolutely destroy him in your first time introducing him, and then you try to make it like, well, there's other variants out there of Kang the Conqueror, and then all of a sudden, what do? After your actor gets in trouble, instead of recasting the character, acknowledging that you effed up, and trying to figure out a way to introduce a new actor playing Kang the Conqueror and making Kang the Conqueror an actual threat, you just erased that whole character from existence. That is one of the dumbest things you could ever do. Number 5. There are characters in the MCU that nobody likes. I'm sorry, nobody likes Miss Marvel. Nobody likes Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, Kate Bishop. Nobody likes those characters. And if there are people that like them, it's a very small minority of people. Everybody wants Tony Stark. Everybody wants Captain America, Spider-Man, all these iconic characters. These second-rate, low-tier superheroes that nobody cares about will not save the MCU. And even if you put Deadpool and Wolverine with them, it will not help these characters, because they will just get outshined by the great acting skills of these actors and them portraying these characters as Wolverine, Deadpool, Spider-Man, and etc. So yeah, there's a lot of characters in the MCU right now that people do not like. Number 6, it's simple. Iron Man's dead. And number 7, Captain America is nowhere to be found. And no, the Falcon is not Captain America. Yes, I know that he became Captain America in the comics, but it didn't work out. And they set it up where Bucky was going to be the new Captain America, but then they pulled a quick twist. Why? Well, we really don't know why, but we can kind of guess why. But I'll leave it at that. Number 8. This is a very important one, because the rumors were that this guy was going to be the next guy up. This guy was going to be the Iron Man of Marvel's Avengers or Marvel Studios. And that is Spider-Man does not belong to Marvel. Specifically in the movies, Spider-Man is a Sony property. If Sony wants to, they can take Spider-Man back and just do something else. Build their own franchise. Build their own universe. So yeah, not being able to control Spider-Man like how they want to hurts the MCU. Number 10, it's simple. Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom is a horrible casting. Not because he's not a great actor or anything like that. It's just nobody wants to see Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. People want to see him as Tony Stark, aka Iron Man. Number 11. When you're adapting the source material from these comic books, people are expecting you to adapt the classic stories of Marvel Comics. People are not excited for you to adapt the new comic book stories. So them focusing on the new stories is hurting the MCU, because you are leaving a lot of great storylines in the dust just to focus on your new source material. Number 12. A bunch of your woke propaganda, like the gender swapping of beloved characters, are hurting your movies, are hurting your potential to make millions, hell, even billions of dollars. But yet again, you continue to do it. Number 13, Hugh Jackman is very old and he cannot play Wolverine forever. So you have to find someone that is willing to don the character of Wolverine and willing to do it for many years, but you also have to treat the character respectfully. No gender swapping, no race swapping. Just bring in a Wolverine, a okay actor, and let him develop his version of Wolverine. And if you have not seen Deadpool and Wolverine, there is a cameo of a certain actor that used to play another iconic character, I guess you could say, that has the potential to be the MCU's new version of the Wolverine. And if they don't add him as their Marvel Studios Wolverine, that is a big major L for the MCU. Number 14, Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. Well, he's also up there in age. And let's be honest, Deadpool is a very controversial character. that I don't see them ever making Deadpool the centerpiece of the Marvel's Avengers. And I don't see Ryan Reynolds watering down Deadpool just to stay in the MCU. So I think this is probably the end of Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. Maybe we'll get something a little bit out there in Secret Wars or maybe in Doomsday, where he'll play Deadpool maybe 2 more times, but after that it's gonna 100% reboot and gonna start off with a new universe and new superheroes. But yet at the end of the day, Ryan Reynolds is also up there in age. Number 15, and this is probably one of the most important ones that I can think of, and that is, well, your writers. If you hire writers that don't know the source material of your superheroes, you are going to fail. You need people that are beloved comic book readers or understand the comic books and understand what the fans want to see, and they can adapt that. They have sat down and read some of the books, or they get hired and they'll sit down and start reading a bunch of books. When you have activists that don't care about reading them, they've never been fans of it, but they're doing it just to put their messaging, that is when you are also ruining your iconic characters, movies, and stories. So let me know what you guys think down below. Do you guys agree with my list? If I missed something, let me know down below in the comments, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.
I just leveled up, I thank God. Straight from the